So talks are in the early stages and details could change, but Google's stock price jumped more than 3.5% in the aftermarket hours. That's what caught my attention to this development, while Amazon and also Anthropic cloud investors slipped about 2%. So Amazon's stock price fell as a result of this announcement because Amazon is also a big Anthropic investor. And so investors were hoping that Amazon would get the bulk of this deal, but it looks like Google is making inroads. And that goes, on top of the outages that were related to Amazon Web Services, that's going to pile on top of that news for Amazon. Of course, I'm disappointed in that, but at the same time, I own Alphabet stock and Amazon stock. So, I'm indifferent as to which one succeeds here. And so I would hope both of them succeed. And I expect both will succeed. And the amount of computing that's required for these companies continues to increase. And so they're securing these deals to generate more computing power. To put that into comparison, Amazon's web services or cloud segment increased by roughly 17% in this same quarter. And so Google Cloud is gaining market share. And this deal, if it shakes out the way it pans to shake out, with the high tens of billions of dollars, of course, it's likely to be over multiple years. So it's hard to say how much it will add to the Google Cloud segment revenue these next few quarters, because it's likely to be, let's say if they announce a $30 billion deal, it's likely to be $30 billion over multiple years, maybe 5, maybe 7 years, something like that. And so it still likely will add north of $2 billion annually to Google Cloud segment's revenue. And that's great news for Alphabet stock investors, because not only is this segment growing by roughly 30%, which is faster than most of its other segments, but it also recently became profitable. You can see the operating income figure here for Google Cloud jumping, almost tripling in the most recent quarter, up to $2.8 billion from $1.172 billion. Of course, remains to be seen just how impactful those offsetting forces are, and ultimately what will be the bottom line for Alphabet after those offsetting forces. But these developments here, certainly good news. That's why the share price is up following this announcement. And hopefully we'll get more details and we'll be able to digest these details as we get more figures and more precise data. Click the link below to watch the full video.